listen up. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast belong solely to the podcast participants, and not to any participant's employer, organization, committee, or other group or individual. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. You know, for fun. So lighten up and enjoy. Oh, hello, Stomping Jen. Look who's back.
Look who's back.
Is the hiatus over? Does this mean the hiatus is over?
I don't know. You tell me.
I fucking love the hiatus.
Okay, we can go back in a hiatus.
I'll talk about it a little bit after the intro. I'm sure you've all sorely missed hearing.
Uh-huh.
The Soft Serve Podcast. Creamy, delicious ideas without the creepy truck. Well, Stomping Jen, we're back.
Yes.
For right now. I'm not making any predictions about what will be on a more permanent basis.
You're having commitment issues.
Commitment to what?
This podcast.
No, I mean, I'm committed to it as a concept and as a construct, as a thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's mine. I'm committed to it. Mm-hmm. But, well, it's yours too, I guess. I guess it's mostly mine, let's be honest,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. No, I was saying before, I really enjoyed the hiatus.
Mm-hmm. What did you enjoy about it?
Not having to do the work
of
this podcast. It's a lot of fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you leave an abusive relationship, you realize how wonderful life can be.
You mean the podcast was abusing you?
No, I'm overstating it a bit. I think I was abusing myself with the podcast. How's that?
Oh, you mean like a bajillion times that I told you, let's just take a break?
Yeah, let's reflect on that for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one of these. I think you were right all along.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this...
Can you repeat that?
I think you were right all along.
Can you repeat that?
I think you were right all along.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think I was putting all of this pressure on myself for almost no return.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, let's talk about what does return mean?
Doesn't have to mean anything.
Right. I mean, I always said I wasn't in this for money or recognition, and all that's true, mm-hmm. except for the last part.
You really want recognition?
Yeah, of course
approval.
I do. Yeah, of course I do.
Of course you do.
I always want recognition and approval, but I got enough of that, I think. Mm-hmm. Right, but and our numbers were strong, but as we all know, back in the fall, I went through some life changes. Right? Mm-hmm. What happened in the fall?
No, you became an orphan.
I became an orphan. Hold on. I know I have some sad music here.
Don't play the sad music.
No, I got to play the sad music. Hold on. Stomping Jen. Months ago. In the descending darkness of fall. As September gave way to October, and the leaves on the trees began to change to yellow and orange and red. And the cold winds from Canada came down from the north. I became an orphan.
Yes.
I lost My last parent.
Oh my god. It's not funny, by the way. People. It's just your dramatization of it is funny.
Thank you. No, it's true. I became an orphan, if you want to look at it that way. And I also had this incredibly intense work situation develop. Mm-hmm. Right, a union-related thing, which I have, I don't talk about the specifics on here, but it took up a lot of my emotional headspace. Also, my physical headspace. I was working 12, 13-hour days. Mm-hmm. And it just literally something had to give for me between those two things.
Yeah.
And it was this podcast.
Yeah.
Right. And I needed a break from it.
Yeah.
And also, sorry to any of my guests, but beginning to talking to guests was starting to feel like too much work for me. Mm-hmm. Except for the people who were our friends, Joshua Michael Stewart. I could always talk to him. And he was the last interview we recorded and posted.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. Talking to somebody like that's never a chore for me because I know them, right? But a lot of folks that we have talked to, it's just the work of doing a good interview was a lot of work.
Yeah.
And back in the fall, I just was not in a place where I could do it anymore, and I didn't want to put the time in.
Yeah, that's fair.
I couldn't put the time in.
Right.
Because I'm a big pussy.
Stop.
What?
No.
Well, what's the reason? Why couldn't I put the time in?
You had a lot going on. It was okay to take a break.
Everybody has a lot going on, though. How am I special? I failed. Let's be realistic about this.
No, wrong.
Wait, so should I look at this from the perspective of it did it for 4 years and never missed a week?
Yeah, you needed a break.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay. You seem to know some things.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
I'll say that again.
You seem to know some things.
I won't make you do it again.
All right. Well, what have we been up to in that intervening? Wait, how many months is it from October to...
No, we didn't stop in October.
What?
We stopped in January.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Maybe we should then stop and take a longer break. What do you think?
I told you all along we should be doing seasons, but you didn't want to listen to me.
Seasons?
Yeah.
What are those?
I just mapped out a couple of
Why can't we just do it whenever we want?
Well, we could do it that way too, whenever you want.
All right. Well, it sounds like maybe seasons, but that sounds like work to figure seasons out.
That is work.
I don't know if I want to do any more work.
Okay, then don't do any more work.
Would that mean I have to retroactively go in and put all of the old episodes in a season? Because we have 200 something episodes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Would I have to go back and say, this chunk is in season 1, this chunk is in season 2. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What season are we in?
The season of our discontent.
Yeah, maybe our seasons can have titles like that. Discontent. When do we enter our season of lust? I want to record a season of lustful episodes. The season of lust. Can we enter that season?
Map it out.
Don't animals have mating seasons? Could we do a mating season?
Yeah.
I'd like this idea.
All right. Put pen to paper.
All right. Well, what have we been up to?
I don't know. Since when? You have to redefine that.
Since January. It's now July.
It's a lot. 6
months. I've not been doing anything. I've just been moping around, watching TV, reading books.
That's not true.
Well, tell me, what have I been doing?
Let's see. We went on vacation in April.
What? Where?
We went to Acadia.
Oh, Acadia National Park. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did we do there?
We did some hiking.
Right.
We ate some ice cream.
Okay.
Stayed in an Airbnb.
Did we see any orcas?
No.
Do they have those in Maine?
I don't know if they have them in Maine. We did not see any.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we stayed in an Airbnb. And I immediately began to panic when we got there because the shower door wouldn't close. That's all I remember from this Acadia vacation is this goddamn shower door wouldn't shut. And like in order to shut it, you had to get down on your knees in the shower and like pull the bottom and the seal was coming off. Do you remember this?
Not in explicit detail like you do.
Oh, it ruined my whole vacation. All I could think about was this seal on this shower door and how the woman who owned the Airbnb was going to try to make us pay for this shower door.
She didn't, though.
No, I immediately texted her and sent her a picture and said, look, there's a problem with this shower door.
Yeah.
The seal, it won't close. And she's like, oh, okay. But she had to know about it, right?
I don't know.
Well,
she's never contacted us, so I think we're in the clear. I think you can put your mind at rest.
She left us a good review.
Yeah, everything's cool.
All right. Well, I didn't appreciate the fact that this shower door wasn't fixed prior to our arrival. And you know, as an Airbnb customer, right? You worry about somebody leaving you a bad review.
Yeah.
Because then no one will let you be a
guest.
A guest. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was worried the whole time about the shower door. But we did do a lot of hiking. We did like 2 hikes a day.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was in April.
Yep.
What did we do between January and April? Oh, I know. I cooked a goose.
Oh.
Remember that?
Are you sure we didn't talk about that already? We might have talked about it already.
Oh, well.
What did we do in February? We didn't do anything February.
February. That's Groundhog Day month, right?
Uh-huh.
And Valentine's Day?
Yeah. All holidays.
Did we do anything lustful
No.
to celebrate Valentine's Day?
Pretty sure not.
Why?
I don't know why.
Huh.
Let's see, March.
That was my birthday.
Yeah.
I turned 49.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Uh-huh.
Right. Oh, I know what happened in January. I hurt my back, remember?
No.
And I've been struggling with a bad back. So it's like the last 6 months have been full of pain for me. Just pain.
Yeah.
Right? You can attest.
Pain and suffering.
Suffering. A lot of suffering. But I got this inversion table, right? And I've been flipping upside down on this thing.
Yeah.
Right? It seems to be helping my back.
That's great.
Except the first time I got it, I did the most extreme inversion possible. I went like, what's more than 90 degrees? 91? 93 degrees?
Yeah.
Right? Something like that. So anyways, I didn't realize that when you hang upside down, it taxes your muscles. Mm-hmm. It pulls your muscles. So I think I did this inversion in a bit too extreme of a manner initially. Mm-hmm. And so the next day my leg hurt. I could barely walk up the steps. I pulled a muscle in my leg.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
And then you yelled at me.
Well, I yelled at you because you didn't say when you were going to invert. I don't need you smashing your head.
So are you saying I need your permission to invert?
No.
Well, what are you saying?
Just, now that you've gotten used to it, it's fine, but...
All right.
I just didn't want you inverting and smashing your head on the...
Well, I inverted today. Twice.
Yeah.
I told you about it, though.
You did?
So am I supposed to tell you before I invert?
Generally speaking.
So
like,
what?
Hey, I'm going to go out to the garage and invert.
So what? Do I send you a text message? Sure. Like, what do I do?
Sure, that sounds like perfect protocol.
Invert is a hard word for me to spell and type. Can we have a
code?
A code.
Yeah.
What could be a good code for inverting?
I'm going to hang.
How about I text you a bat emoji?
Sure.
Could I do that?
Absolutely.
Would that be acceptable?
Sure.
Okay. I'll text you a bat emoji.
Okay.
All right. So anyways, my back seems to be getting better.
Good.
And I went to go see a doctor.
What'd they say?
A spinal specialist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw him like 10 years ago and he looked at me and he was like, oh, you're back.
Did he really remember you?
Yeah, he really remembered me. And I said, I'm assuming that's not a pun. Because he's a back specialist. And he just stared at me. He said, so what can I help you with?
I don't believe this story already.
It's 100% true. Why don't you believe it?
I don't know. Seems a little sus.
Well, anyway, so I walked him through the whole thing. I'm telling him all of this stuff, right? All of my symptoms. Finally, he goes, I don't know what I was expecting from him. Like him to tell me I had ankylosing spondylitis.
What? It sounds like a dinosaur.
No, it's a real disease. Mick Mars from Motley Crue has it.
Oh, the one where you...
Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking about Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus spinosaurus. That's a disease where you slowly turn into a dinosaur.
Uh-huh.
No, he just looks at me and goes, oh, you probably just herniated another disc. He goes, your back will remodel.
Like there's renovations happening.
Yeah, I'm staring at him. I'm like, remodel? He goes, yeah, it's just going to take a long time.
What proof does he have that you actually herniated the disc?
He interviewed me for about 20 minutes about my symptoms.
Did he touch your back and look at it?
He did touch my back and he did look at it. So he asked me to put on this gown, right? He's like, just get into your underwear and put this gown on. As I'm standing there, I'm trying to tie this gown up and it keeps falling. I go, do you mind if I just drop this? And I drop the gown down to my feet. And he goes, okay, I guess. He's like, you're standing here. Right? I was just in my underpants.
It's like being at the beach.
Right. Yeah. So I was standing there. And then I realized, though, my penis was directly, in line with his face. Because he was on a stool. He was, sitting down. Right? And so he's like, I guess so. You've done it. He goes, turn around. So is
this the lustful episode?
This could be the lustful episode. So I turn around and he starts examining me. He's poking on my back and telling me to do this, telling me lift your leg, do this. Right? Then he makes me sit down and then he takes out this little hammer and he starts hitting my knees with that to check my reflexes. Then my right knee wouldn't reflex. Well, that's where I heard it, on the right side. And he's his eyebrows furrowed a bit. I said, oh, for sure he's going to order an MRI now. Right? Because my knee didn't bounce. Then he hit it harder and it bounced a little bit. He's like, he made a noise. He's like, right? And so then he goes off into the other room. He's like, you can get dressed. I'll be back. He goes off into the other room. And meanwhile, I have to pee. Right? So, right as he's going out the door, right, I'm like, can I go pee? He goes,
put your clothes back on.
Well, he goes, yeah. He's, what's going on? Why haven't you peed? I said, well, I thought you were going to give me a urinalysis. He's like, why would I do that? And then I told him how when I went to go see another orthopedic doctor, they made me take a urinalysis before they would even examine me. To see if I was on opioids. He's like, no, we don't do that here. It's like, we prescribe opioids for people here.
But not for you.
Right. And he's like, get dressed. And he leaves. Right. He goes out the door. And then he was gone a long time. So then he comes back in and he's like, oh, I think you just herniated another disc. I was like, so you don't need to do an MRI? Right.
You're like an MRI junkie.
Yeah, I wanted to know what's going on.
Why didn't you just demand an MRI?
Oh, you wouldn't demand from this guy if you saw him.
What do you mean?
He was very fit. He is short and muscular. I feel like he might have done something to me if I made any demands of him.
Like what?
I don't know.
He did tell you to turn over.
Although I wasn't that afraid because I did disrobe almost entirely in front of him.
I mean, I guess did you discuss that you would like to have an MRI?
Yeah, so I did talk to him about it.
Okay.
So I did say that. I was like, I'm hoping for an MRI. Right. He's like, we don't need that. He goes, based on your symptoms, I'm 99% sure you herniated a disc.
99% sure is not 100.
And he goes, look, he goes, we have options here. He goes, intervention. Let's talk about intervention. He goes, I could do surgery on you, but it's not a long-term solution. He said, surgery will help you right now, like maybe for a couple of months or a year. And he said, you're getting better, right? I was like, yes, I'm getting better. He goes, okay, well then we're not going to do surgery. We don't need it. He goes, I can give you a shot. Do you want a shot? I was like, well, will that make me crazy? Because I took cortisone pills once when I hurt my back. They gave me this cortisone, and that made me a little crazy. Like, it amps you up.
Yeah.
Like it's a steroid. It makes you a little nuts. You ever heard of roid rage?
Yep.
Imagine me with roid rage.
Didn't I know you when you took these pills?
Yeah. Were you did I demonstrate aggressive behavior?
I don't remember this period of our lives.
Well, anyways, to make a long story short, he's like, walk 40 minutes a day, now leave. And he kicked me out of his office.
No follow-up instructions?
Yeah, he goes, if you are in pain and you want a shot, call me and I'll get you in here.
Why didn't you just take a shot?
I feel like he talked me out of it.
Why?
Because he's like, if you don't need it, you shouldn't do it.
Do you need it?
I'm better now. I talked to you. I started hanging upside down like a bat, and I feel better.
Great.
Right?
Sure.
I told you this morning, in fact, that I was feeling good.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, like for the first time in a long time, I've had like a couple of days in a row where I didn't feel crippled with pain.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I'm going to drink some of this seltzer. It's coconut. Roasted coconut.
Roasted.
Toasted. What's the difference between toasting and roasting? Is there a difference?
I'm not sure.
Let's talk about it. Do you know?
No.
Huh. I wonder if our listeners know what the difference between toasting and roasting is. Well, if you know, let us know, please. I don't know the difference. All right. So I hurt my back.
All right. So where are we at?
What else?
March?
We're still in January.
No, we did February. We did March.
What happened in Easter?
Easter?
I mean, April. Isn't April Easter?
I don't know.
Passover. We had Passover this year.
Oh, yeah. We did a potluck Passover.
Yeah, we had a bunch of people over. That was fun. Mm-hmm. What else? That's it, right?
April, yeah.
April, May, the kids finished school.
Oh, May.
What was May?
Space Unicorn and I went to go see the Eras Tour.
The what?
Taylor Swift.
Why did you say? I didn't.
It was like the most iconic event of this decade.
How so?
Just it was iconic.
Okay, tell us how it was good. It was Gillette Stadium in the rain, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, seltzer. Well, what was great about it?
Just like the crowd, the energy. It was fun. Like Taylor's just like a consummate performer. She performed for 3.5 hours in the pouring rain.
That is way too fucking long.
But it was like torrential.
I would never.
At times.
I would never attend a concert that was 3.5 hours long. I would leave.
Anyways, it was a lot of fun. And it was fun to see Space Unicorn with their friend enjoying the shit out of it. And
good.
It was fun.
All right. That was in May?
That was in May.
Then June came around. Mm-hmm. The kids finished school.
Yeah. Space Unicorn had their B'nai Mitzvah, which we'd been prepping for
B'nai Mitzvah. Tell people what that is.
Just bat mitzvah, bar mitzvah.
What is it? What is it? Tell
when
people.
A Jewish youth becomes an adult in the eyes of the religion.
Yeah.
And they can join in with the congregation.
Yeah, you keep making noises with that microphone. That was you. Do you have to grab it like that? Like, can you grab it quietly?
It's the lustful episode.
Oh, that's interesting.
I have to grab my microphone. Anyways, we had a very fun time. We had a photo booth and a DJ.
We're not talking about Taylor Swift anymore, are we?
No, the B'nai Mitzvah.
Okay, yep. That photo booth was a hit with all the kids and the grown-ups too. They loved it.
Yeah, it was fun.
And let's also point out that I gave two very poignant speeches.
I gave a speech.
Yeah, yours was good. You didn't give two.
No.
I gave two.
Congratulations. Do you want a medal?
No, a little recognition from you would be nice.
Did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Let's see. We ordered 2,000 pieces of Linder truffles.
Right,
For the centerpieces.
Right, Space Unicorn wanted Lindor chocolates.
As like a rainbow of different flavors.
Yeah, and surprisingly, most of them went.
A lot of them went.
Do we still have them here?
We still have a box in the basement.
Just one box?
I mean, I don't know how many are in there.
We should donate them.
Nobody wants them.
I'll donate them. I'll find a home for them.
No, it's fine. We can just leave them where they are.
All right, that was June, right? The B'nai Mitzvah.
Yeah, let's see. The kids finished school.
Space Unicorn
and I also went to see Lizzo.
She played her crystal flute. What else happened?
It was a fun concert. She spent like a good half an hour, 40 minutes just talking to the audience.
I would feel ripped off.
I wouldn't. Like, she's amazing. She's an amazing human.
Okay, but Lizzo's not exactly known for talking to people.
No, because it was at the end, and she was just talking to people and like making them feel special, and it was beautiful.
I just want to go and want to hear that. Got my head down, nails on, good as hell. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you want to hear at Lizzo.
Sure.
If I want to go to a lecture, I'll go to a lecture.
It wasn't a lecture.
Well, it sure sounds like
she was signing things for people. And
in the middle of a
people.
concert. That's a ripoff. The artist is supposed to sign things after the show.
It was fun.
So Lizzo is trying to fold in the classic after-concert activities.
No, we had a good time.
With the actual concert. That's wrong.
We had a good time.
This is the problem with these younger performers. They're trying to change everything.
Okay.
I don't like it. Okay. And then we sent Space Unicorn and Ted off to camp.
Yeah, but before that, we tried to make them go to a concert the night before.
Oh, let's talk about that. It was
Les Claypool and the Fearless Flying Frog Brigade.
Les Claypool and the Fearless Flying Frog Brigade. Say it again.
Les Claypool.
I can't even say it.
And the Fearless Flying Frog Brigade.
Les Claypool and the Fearless Flying Frog Brigade. Okay. Now, the Flying Frog Brigade is made up of Les Claypool, Sean Lennon, John Lennon's son, Harry Waters, Roger Waters from Pink Floyd's son, and a bunch of other guys.
I
don't know who these other people were.
Yeah, some other people.
Right. And so the whole premise of this show that they're doing and going around the country performing is that they play some of Les Claypool's songs, and then they play all of Pink Floyd's Animals.
Right.
From start to end.
Yeah.
And we're big fans of Animals.
Right.
The album. So what happened at this concert? Did we get to see the Les Claypool's Flying Frog Brigade play Animals?
So there were lots of storms recently, and so we got there, and there was already a rain delay. So they delayed opening up the arena, which was outside the doors, for like an hour.
Okay.
So we finally got in. We got to get some food at the food trucks, and the opener played. And after the opener played, the storm started coming back. Not that it didn't rain where we were, but they have a ordinance that if there is lightning in the vicinity,
right,
even if you can't see it, that they have to shut down,
right,
for a certain period of time. So they evacuated everybody.
Yes, they did.
and sent them back to their car
Yep. So we ran and went to our car.
for like another hour.
Right.
And then they said that they were going to try again, and they told people to come back.
Right.
So we piled back in,
Right.
even though all of the weather apps said that the rain was going to come back.
Yeah.
And so they started playing, and they played about 3 songs with the lightning and the rain, and the sky opened up. And then Les Claypool came back, and he just said, "Yep, we're done."
So we have to go. Then people started booing, and they got really angry at the Frog Brigade.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, people were not happy, but there was a lot of tailgating happening out in the parking lot and whatnot. And there was a lot of people, I think, that
Drunk and high as fuck.
that were still out there for quite some time after they sent everybody home.
Yeah.
But luckily,
Go ahead.
we got home by 10 o'clock.
Oh, it was so great. Can I tell you how happy I was when Les Claypool canceled the show?
It's just baffling to me.
I was so miserable.
Because you really wanted to see that show.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't want to see it in the rain.
Yeah. So, anyways, long story short,
We didn't get to see it.
we missed out. It was sad.
Yeah.
It was pretty disappointing. But the next day, the kids went off to camp.
But he said he's going to come back.
Yeah, hopefully
Les
they will.
Claypool.
Hopefully they will.
Will he bring the Frog Brigade? That remains to be seen. And like you said, the very next day, the kids went to camp.
Mm-hmm.
They're gone for 8 weeks.
Yeah, it was also Ted's birthday.
Ted's birthday.
And we somehow managed to cram in a permit test in the morning.
A driving permit test. So when he comes back from camp, we can begin teaching him how to drive.
Yeah.
So they're gone for 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing?
Well, since they left, we've done a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You want to tell people what that was? No? Okay.
What can I talk about?
Anything you want.
Anything?
Well, let's see. We went to see Robert Plant and Alison Krauss.
Yeah. Who's Robert Plant, for those who might not
He
know?
is the singer from Led Zeppelin.
The singer from Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
And who's Alison Krauss?
She's just a singer-songwriter.
Yeah, so we saw them at this really hoity-toity music venue called Tanglewood. You know, we don't get to these areas very often.
Mm-hmm.
And why am I saying all of this?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Because you wanted to talk about Tanglewood.
Tanglewood. Yeah, so we get to Tanglewood. And Robert Plant was there, right?
Yeah.
Singing. Oh, who's Alison Krauss?
We talked about that.
Did we?
Yes.
Why can't I remember?
I don't know.
My mind's a little scattered
Yeah.
right now.
Anyways, in a million years, I never thought, like, we listened to, they only have 2 albums together.
Yeah.
And we've listened to both of them extensively. And so there's plenty of material in those albums.
I only know one of the songs.
What are you talking about? We used to listen to those all the time.
Yeah, but I can only remember one. If you asked me to name one song.
Please read the letter.
Please read the letter that I wrote.
Anyways.
I wrote it in my book. Please read the letter that I wrote. And there's another one too. Oh, that I really like. Stay With Me. They said we wouldn't last. Now stay with me, baby. That one? You know that one?
Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine my surprise when they played some Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. They played
Rock and roll.
Rock and Roll.
That was the first one. And then it was like, okay, I didn't think they were going to play anymore. And then they started playing Battle of Evermore. And
Yeah.
I almost died.
They sang, and that's a Lord of the Rings related song.
And then they played When the Levee Breaks,
When
which
the
was
levee breaks.
incredible.
Yeah, it was
They
really
played
good.
Gallows Post, but I think that was earlier.
Gallows Pole, not Post.
That was earlier.
Yeah. It was good. I didn't think we were going to hear any Led Zeppelin.
I didn't expect to hear any Led Zeppelin.
As I've told you, I'm not the biggest Led Zeppelin fan,
Right.
but I really like Robert Plant with this Alison Krauss. And it was good. The show was an excellent show.
Top 5 for me.
The best part of the show was, I know I was going to tell you. So we were sitting under the
Pavilion.
So we weren't, there's a bunch of people out on the lawn who you, listeners, Stomping Jen dismissively referred to as lawn people.
What, the lawn people?
Yeah, this is where I was going. When we got to this like really rich upper class area and venue, you immediately began looking down on people who are not privileged.
That's not what happened.
You referred to the people sitting out on the lawn as lawn people.
I don't know why you're saying that.
Because you did. We walked by them and you were like, do you think the lawn people are going to get wet? That's what you said.
I don't think I said that.
No, you did. You called, in a very dismissive way, you called them lawn people. And I even said to you, I said, just because they're not sitting under the pavilion with the rest of us doesn't mean they don't deserve basic human respect.
You're totally making all of this up.
I'm not making it up at all. It's 100% true. And the other thing that happened, which I am not making up, is we left the pavilion to go look at the gift shop. Right? And I had to go pee. And I had to go to the other side of the property.
You have to go to the
I did, because I can't urinate in front of people, and I was worried. So I went like a half a mile to go pee. Right? And then I met you back, and we were walking back to the pavilion, where they check your tickets. And you go to show the phone, and the guy goes, "Oh, I remember you." He goes, "You've got that beard." He goes, "I checked your tickets. Come on in." My beard got us into a venue.
Beard ID.
Did you ever think you would see such a day?
You're ridiculous.
What do you mean?
You just are.
How so?
I don't know how much more so I can...
How memorable is my beard?
It's so memorable.
Like, are you just used to it and you don't realize that you are living with a memorable beard?
Okay.
I'm going to go shave.
Why?
Because you don't appreciate my beard.
Oh my God.
That guy appreciated my beard.
What do we do next?
We need to find a way for you to properly appreciate my beard. That's what we do next. I think you've just gotten accustomed to how spectacular my beard is.
I love picking food out of it.
And you're like a little bird that follows me around, pecking food out of my beard. I'm just going to I want you to remember that moment and not take my beard for advantage, please. That's all I'm asking. Okay?
Next.
Beard ID.
Did you have that written down?
I wrote beard pass. I like beard ID better, though. Mm-hmm. All right. Then we saw They Might Be Giants.
You skipped a whole thing we did.
What?
July 4th.
Oh. That was horrible. Go ahead. Talk about it.
It wasn't horrible.
I didn't like it. Go ahead.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I loved it. Go ahead. What was it?
You said we had a good time.
We had a great time. Go ahead. What did we do?
Oh my God. Forget it. You can talk about it.
No, I want you to.
I want to hear your perspective.
Okay. So, one of the things I did that we didn't talk about is I went to this union conference back in the spring, and I was walking by a table, and it said, "Enter raffle." Right, for what they call a Worcester Red Sox baseball game. They call them the Woo Sox. And people like to go, woo! Like that's a whole thing.
It's Worcester.
Right. Woo! Apparently woo is somehow Worcester. So I entered the raffle.
Worcester?
I entered the raffle on a lark.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, what the heck? I didn't notice that it was going to be on July 4th. I don't pay attention to those kind of details, right? So I just entered the dumb raffle. And then I get this email like a couple weeks later saying, congratulations, you won the raffle for the Worcester Red Sox. And I remember you telling me at some point that this summer you wanted to go to a Woo Sox game. I forwarded you the email. I said, oh, look, I won tickets for this summer. I still completely didn't register. It was on July 4th. Mm-hmm. And then you tell me, like a couple days before this thing, I was like, what are we doing on July 4th? Because I hate the 4th of July. I don't even want to leave the house. It's the worst holiday ever. It's awful. It's noisy. People who have never served our country or done anything for our country celebrate its birthday. I hate it. right? It gets me angry. It's the worst holiday ever created. Okay? And I feel our country hasn't properly atoned for all of its sins and evils. So I don't want to celebrate its birthday, right? It's like celebrating the birthday of Charles Manson. Or right? That's
a little bit much.
No, it's not. That's what celebrating the 4th of July is like. Okay?
I don't know that I would.
I don't observe it. I have that right to not observe it. I don't like it.
Okay.
So anyways, you tell me we're going to see this Woostocks?
Are you okay?
Woosocks? Yeah, these Woosocks. On 4th of July, I'm like, oh no, this is going to be awful. Right? Because the first thing I'm thinking to myself, oh, we have to go to a city. On the 4th of July, everyone's going to cram into this stupid city for fireworks, and we're going to be trapped. That's the first thing that comes into my mind. Right? I'm just like, oh, God. There's no way for me to get out of this either, because you were so excited. You really wanted to go. And you're like, oh, it'll be fun. Right?
It was fun.
So I was like, okay, we'll go. So we drive into the city. And first there's like this whole kerfluffle with parking. We wanted to park in front of the stadium on the street. And then there was like some guy there who was like, the parking police are out ticketing. Right? You can't park there. And so you're like, we shouldn't park here. I'm like, all right, fine. We'll go park somewhere else. So we drive down a road close to the stadium and we see a parking lot. And I was observing this parking lot, okay, like somebody staring at a river full of piranhas. I knew that there was potential danger in parking our car in this parking lot. And this will come in later. You're like, just park there. It's fine. It's fine. I'm like, no, it's not fine. There's one way in and one way out. It's not fine. You're like, no, it's totally fine. Park there. So I was like, okay, fine, we'll park there. So we parked the car there. And as I'm picking my spot, I said to you, you remember this, right? I said to you, we got to pick our spot very carefully because we don't want to get trapped on the inside of the parking lot, right? I was like, we have to be on the outside, the perimeter, so we can get to one of the main lanes as quickly as possible. So we parked like back towards the rear of the lot. Right? Mm-hmm. Can you confirm this?
I can confirm.
Can you confirm that I did this analysis ahead of time?
Yes.
Okay, so then we went off to the game. Why don't you tell us about the game?
The game was fun. They were playing the Syracuse New York Mets.
Okay.
It was fun. It was like a big giant like event. It like had lots of like activity, and there was like a kids park, and there was music and food. It was just like a big carnival.
We got Cracker Jack.
Cracker Jills.
Cracker Jills. Mm-hmm. We got cola flavored seltzer.
Yeah.
Which I never saw before. And it's at a place, the stadium is called Polar Park.
For Polar Seltzer. Which
I'm drinking now, actually. Roasted coconut. Hold on. My mouth is getting dry. I'm not used to talking this much. I should not do this podcast. You want to just stop it?
Can you keep going?
So we watched the game, right? Mm-hmm. And that was fun. I enjoyed the game, actually. I like kind of watching the guy throw the ball.
Mm-hmm. Pitching.
Yep. And then them hitting the balls. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But there were a bunch of drunk people around us who were annoying. Mm-hmm. Everybody's drinking. Really drunk.
I don't know if they were really drunk.
Oh, then the game ended, and then, of course, the stupid fireworks happened.
I love fireworks. They were good fireworks.
You like the fireworks, right? Mm-hmm. And the fireworks end, and we got the hell out of there, right? Mm-hmm. We raced to the parking lot, and then immediately we get there, and my worst nightmare came true. It was absolute fucking gridlock in this parking lot. And we sat there for like 10, 15 minutes, and no one was moving. Mm-hmm. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I said to you, we're not getting home before 2 o'clock. Right, and then...
It was 10:30.
Almost 11. And then...
No, it wasn't. We were home on the couch by...
Yeah. And then sort of like behind us at the back of the parking lot, somebody had managed to take a chain down that was like sealing off the parking lot, and cars began sneaking out the back, like driving over the curb. I looked at it, I said to you, we're getting the fuck out of here. Right? And there was like a little narrow space between a parked car and one of the cars that was queuing up in the line to go out the front of the parking lot. Mm-hmm. I said to you, hang on, we're going. We're getting out of here. We are not waiting. I said, I cannot handle this. So I gunned the engine and we darted forward in between these two cars. Right? And then we snuck out the back of the parking lot, jumped the curb, and then...
went down the wrong way.
And then we're sitting there. There's a one-way street. The direction we were supposed to go went towards the park and the traffic. And I looked at you. I said, what did I say?
You said, should I go down? I said, yes, you should absolutely go down this one-way street. I said, there's nobody here.
That's not the way you were supposed to tell the story.
Well, that's what happened.
Well, so anyways, I made the split-second decision to go the wrong way down a one-way street.
Yeah, and we got out of the city.
And we sped down the one-way street in the wrong direction. We got out onto the main street, and then we were on the highway. Mm-hmm. Lickety-split and speeding towards home.
Yep.
And I think those cars are still in the parking lot to this day. That was the Woosocks. Mm-hmm. Okay, now what can we talk about?
Then we saw They Might Be Giants.
You want to talk about that?
That was fun.
What did you like about it?
It was a fun show. They were funny.
I don't know any of their music,
That's
honestly. No, I know one song, Particle Man, Particle Man. That one. Does all the things that a particle can.
They played Istanbul. You know that song.
Yeah, it's the only two songs I know.
You knew Birdhouse in the Soul.
I don't know Birdhouse of the Soul. The only other They Might Be Giant song I know.
Whistling in the Dark.
Didn't know that one, is the Mammal song.
Yeah, they did not play the
They didn't play the Mammal song. It was good. I mean, their music's a little too jokey for me.
It's funny. Then they did this whole thing with
But you loved it.
Yeah, delicious. Who's that guy? Sedaka. Neil Sedaka.
Yeah, they were playing this sun song they have about the sun.
And somehow they did like a whole riff about Neil Sedaka.
Yeah, and one of the giants kept stopping and doing a Neil Sedaka impression.
It was funny.
It was funny. I like that. I'm saying they were more like comedy. I don't like so much comedy in my music. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I don't listen to music to laugh. I listen to music to feel something. Do you know what I mean?
Anyways,
I don't have a problem.
It was a fun
laughing.
show.
I don't have a problem.
It was
laughing.
at a brewery, so the only thing that they had that was non-alcoholic was seltzer or iced coffee.
Right.
So you said, I want an iced coffee. I said, fine, let's get iced coffee and then we'll get some seltzer. So we got iced coffee.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't sleep.
Oh, right. Yeah, we were wired all night, weren't we?
Literally at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Not tired at all.
Yeah.
So if you go to Treehouse Brewery, be wary of their iced coffee.
Be wary of their coffee.
It'll keep you awake.
Yeah, it'll keep you awake.
Forever.
That's what we get for not being, for being non-drinkers and going to a brewery.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea,
That's
exactly. Cool. But there we have it. Let's see. What else did we do?
Saw some movies.
Saw a bunch of movies. What movies did we see?
Asteroid City.
Asteroid City by Wes Anderson. Mm-hmm. It was good because it had a bunch of alien stuff in it. I like alien things. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. It was tied into the whole unidentified aerial phenomenon stuff that I follow on a daily basis.
Yeah, we saw The Flash.
The Flash, yeah, that was disappointing.
Space Unicorn and I saw The Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, did you like that?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. What did you like about it?
I love the music and the animations. It's visually appealing. The stories are funny.
I think I'm over superhero movies.
You can be.
I don't want to see any more of those. I don't like them. Does that make me a bad person?
No.
What does it make me?
You.
It makes me me. Huh. Okay. Well, I am gonna, I'm looking forward to this new Superman. I like Superman for some reason.
We saw Batman. No, that wasn't Batman. It was the Flash. Batman played a huge part in that movie.
Batman was in The Flash.
Yes. I got confused for a minute.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing the Barbie movie.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go see that with you.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I go with you and your friends?
Girlfriends.
Just explain to them that I'm not very manly, and I'll fit right in.
You can explain anything you want to them.
Yeah. Wait, I don't want to explain it. They're going to be like, why is he here? It's up to you to explain it.
They don't care.
You're going to have to make me explain. Do you want me to sit in a different row?
No, they don't care.
Will I be able to sit next to you in the movie?
Yeah, sure.
You know how I like to put my hand on your leg during the movies?
Yeah.
Will that be weird for you? If I put my hand on your leg during the movie with your friends there? Why? Sure?
These are silly questions.
All right. We're going to see Barbie. Let's see. We went to 2 new restaurants in Western Massachusetts.
That's true, we did.
We went to this place called Gombo.
Yeah.
Gombo. And it's New Orleans food. What did you think about it?
That was really good.
Yeah.
The mocktail menu was good.
We got alligator.
Alligator. Yeah. What was it? Yu. What was it? Bam Bam?
Yeah, Bam Bam. It was good. It was fried alligator.
But the Bam Bam. Boom Boom.
Yeah, I've had alligator before.
Boom Boom sauce.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed the alligator.
That was good.
What else?
We went to Calico.
Oh, I was disappointed.
Were you?
Yeah, a restaurant. So, hold on. Gombo is in Northampton, Massachusetts. I highly recommend if you're passing through the area, go to Gombo. Then there's this restaurant in East Hampton, Massachusetts called Calico. You can talk about Calico.
Calico used to be, where Calico is now, used to be this restaurant called Coco.
Coco Beware.
And
that was a wrestler, I think.
And
Coco Beware.
So the owner of Coco decided to pursue other endeavors. So one of the chefs that worked under her reopened the restaurant under the name Calico.
Right.
So they have some of the same menu items.
Okay.
And the food was delicious. The food was really good. It's just the portion sizes were.
Yeah,
I think you're supposed to order more appetizers.
Well, there should have been a disclaimer on the menu. I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't usually order steak in a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a very rare occasion for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm mostly vegetarian these days.
Right.
Okay. So I was like, oh, you know what? It's just me and Jen out for dinner. Maybe I'll splurge and treat myself. I'll get a steak. I say, oh, look, it's filet mignon. Okay, I like that. That's usually that little medallion thing, right? It's like, what is it the size of usually? Like a hockey puck, right? Maybe a little bit taller and a little bit narrower in diameter, but it's roughly like a hockey puck sized piece of meat. And it was $40. I said, okay. All right. If they're a good filet mignon, if it's, cooked appropriately and, comes with some other stuff on the side, that might be worth it. I'll give it a shot. So I wait a little while. We eat our appetizer, which was pretty good. What did we get? Olives? Pickles.
I mean, it was Szechuan cucumber salad.
Szechuan cucumber salad. That was good. So we ate that. That came and went. And then they bring out the entrees. They bring out yours, right? Which was fish. Sea bass.
Mm-hmm.
You called it bass, though.
Bass.
No,
bass?
when you ordered it, you said you wanted the sea bass.
I always get confused how to pronounce that. Bass. Bass.
You know...
Sea bass.
You know...
like a bath, but with a S.
Yeah, but you know a bass is a musical instrument.
Yeah, I know.
Right. And a bass is a fish.
A bass or a
A bass is a fish.
I can't say it.
But they're spelled the same, I think.
They are spelled the same.
Say bass.
Bass.
Say bass.
Bass.
Okay, now you can say it.
Boss.
No, not boss. Bass.
Anyways, that was good.
Yeah, so yours comes out. It was like in a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Had these big, like chunky, looked like medallions of rice with sesame seeds in them, and the fish was all in there. I could see the fish.
It was coconut broth. It was
coconut broth. It looked like a meal. They bring my plate out and set it down in front of me. I thought it was a joke. There was 5 little slivers of filet mignon, about the size of a quarter, lying in a puddle of butter.
It was bone marrow butter.
I'm looking at this like, is this some kind of fucking joke? Where's the rest of the fucking filet mignon? I want the whole cut of meat for $40. And
Anyways, it was a very expensive meal.
And I was too fucking scared to say anything.
What would you say?
Bring me the rest of my fucking steak. Where is it? What did you cut this off of? I want that. That is the filet mignon. How dare you?
Yeah, anyways.
And so I'm sitting there. Then you wanted a piece of it. I'm like, what?
I gave you some fish.
You had plenty of fish. You had fishes for days. It was like Jesus came down and turned a loaf of bread into fish. You
they
had
should
so
give you some bread at this place.
You had so much fucking fish, and I had.
Didn't have that much fish.
You had plenty of fish, and I had. And then you asked me for some to taste my meat, and I'm looking at you.
Oh, stop it!
I was like, really? You want to take away from me? Look at what I have here. You're like, well, I do want to try it.
Stop.
So I gave you a piece.
I gave you.
And so then I'm down to 4 little slivers of this steak. God. And I'm sitting there rationing it out over the course of half an hour so I don't look like a pig. I could have eaten those 4 slivers in a second. I wanted to roll them all up and eat them together. That would have been one bite. So I don't know, I know the restaurant industry is still recovering from the pandemic. And I'm not meaning to trash Calico. But it was delicious. But you got to be kidding me. Absolutely kidding me with the amount of steak I got. So I can't recommend that you get the steak at Calico. I cannot recommend it.
Could get the fried chicken. Those are
full
of...
they had to bring that out in a wheelbarrow. There was so much of it. But order the steak for twice the amount of money and you get a quarter of the food. Was it too much? Am I being unreasonable?
Being a bit much.
Anyways, the rest of the food we got there was fine.
Yeah.
The dessert was fantastic.
It was a polenta peach upside down cake.
Yeah, upside down cake. It's like
the whipped cream was really good.
Creme fraiche.
It was whipped cream.
I think it was creme fraiche.
Anyways,
cream fraiche.
It was really good.
Why don't they just call it whipped cream? Why do they have to call it creme fraiche?
I think it's something different. Creme fraiche is not the same thing as whipped cream.
It just means fresh cream.
Well, it's not whipped.
Oh.
Whipped cream is a very specific thing.
All right. Let's see. What else? I fell while I was walking the other day.
Sorry.
That's a new development.
Falling.
Yeah. So I was on my evening walk with the dog. I was about halfway in. And I crossed the road to get to the other side, to the sidewalk. And I'm going over the grassy strip that separates the sidewalk from the road. There must have been a hole there. Because all of a sudden, I'm said to myself, oh, my ankle hurts and I'm falling. You ever have that sensation?
No.
No? Well, it's a really strange feeling because you're like, okay, maybe I broke my ankle. I'm not entirely sure, but I can't deal with that right now because I'm falling. And I hear myself scream, "Oh!" Right? And I land flat on my face in the grass, right? Probably more like on my side, and I look up and the dog is just sitting there looking at me, right?
She didn't help you?
Didn't help me at all. Just stared at me. Didn't come over to lick my face. None of that lassie shit. Like, just stared at me. And I'm lying there on the ground. Like, okay, I better start moving things to see if something's broken. There's like that moment where I'm like, okay, the pain probably hasn't registered yet. I need to see what's going on here. So I'm lying there on the ground, flapping my limbs around. Like I said, move my left foot, move my right leg. Okay, that doesn't hurt. Move my arms, clench and unclench my fingers, all of that stuff. Make sure everything's working. Then I noticed this woman pulled over in a white Suburban staring at me as I'm sitting there waving my arms and legs around and opening and closing my fingers. She was like, "Are you okay?" I look at her, I go, I fell. She goes, "Oh, I know, I saw the whole thing." She goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I think so. Let me get up." So I got up and I said, "I think I'm okay." She goes, "Okay, good." And I said, "Thank you for stopping." She goes, "Okay, take care." And she drove away. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. I fell. So the next day, then I was like, okay, maybe I sprained something, like my ankle or something else. I was like, okay, I'll know the next morning because usually, you have more pain the next day. So I woke up the next day. I was fine. My knee was a little sore, but it didn't stop me from walking or anything like that.
That's good.
Let's see. So I fell. What else has been going on? Trying to buy a new mattress. That's been a project. Right? I've been examining and researching and testing mattresses now for about 4 months.
Yeah.
I have it narrowed down. You went to the mattress store with me the other night. Right? And we have it narrowed down to one of the new purple beds. We have a purple bed now. And another bed. What's it called? Black something?
Beauty Rest Black
Label. Beauty?
No, Black Label.
Black Label by Beauty Rest. Right? So we're looking at those two now. So we went to the furniture store the other night after we went to dinner. After we went to this Calico and I got screwed on the steak. You were like, "Oh, well, let's go to the mattress store. It's right close by." So we went down there. And then we spent like an hour walking around and laying on beds.
Does that sound like a fun Friday night?
Yeah, and the sales guy, what was his name? Jose?
Jose.
He was very nice. He kept coming over and checking in on us, right, I think. And he was giving us water and feeding us information about the different beds. So, so I have it narrowed down between these two beds, but now I'm having trouble deciding which one I want. They're both roughly the same price. But you said I'm through with these newfangled technologies in my beds. You said I just want a mattress, a regular mattress.
I don't care. It's up to you.
But you specifically said you don't want the purple bed.
I didn't say that.
You did. You said I'm through with purple grid. I'm through with Tempur-Pedic foam. You said no foams or grids. This is what you said to me.
I don't know that I said that.
Well, how do you feel?
I don't care. Whatever you want.
How do you pick?
I don't know.
What if I make the wrong decision?
Sorry, Charlie.
Can we buy both of them?
No.
Why?
What would we do with 2 king mattresses?
Sleep on one night, sleep on the other other
what
night.
A giant pain in the ass a king mattress is.
I do know.
Giant.
Right.
Pain in the ass.
A king-sized pain in the ass, is
Yes,
it?
a king-sized pain.
So what are we going to do?
You're going to make a decision.
How will I know I made the right one, though?
You won't.
Well, so
You're
now...
gonna live with buyer's remorse.
So I'm interested, if anybody out there listening to this has any advice for us. I need to know which mattress to buy. The purple mattress or the Simmons...
No, Beauty Rest.
Simmons is the brand. The Simmons Beauty Rest Black. Class C plush pillow top is the model we looked at. I need to know. Because I think we need a new bed.
Okay.
It's been 8 years. Now, do you think when couples go bed shopping, the salespeople imagine
Them having sex.
On the bed? That
bed.
has to cross their mind, right?
That's super weird.
Do you think that crosses the mind?
Well, if it's crossing your mind.
Well, I'm worrying. I'm sitting there laying on the bed next to you, staring at Jose over there, who's staring at us, thinking, is he thinking about us having sex on the bed? So I was thinking about it. And then you were wearing this dress, this black dress, and these giant heels. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a little hot. Bouncing from bed to bed with you. Right? You can only think what Jose was thinking.
Oh my God.
It didn't cross your mind at all?
No.
What's wrong with me? They got to think about that, right? He was very professional. He didn't say anything or give any indication he was thinking anything inappropriate.
What is he supposed to say?
So,
I love how you kept looking over me. You'd be like, we're side sleepers. like, what does that mean?
I am a side sleeper.
No, but you said we're.
You are too. You don't know that you're a side sleeper?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so how do we start off the evening? I'm usually on my back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I lay down on my back and I say to you, quick, get over here, quick, before the cat comes. Right? Because every time I lay down at night to go to sleep, the cat comes and he licks my fingers for 20 minutes. It's a whole thing that we have with the cat. And I need to get you over onto my shoulder where you put your head, right? Before the cat comes. Because then if you're not there and the cat is licking my fingers and you come over, it disturbs him. And he runs away.
And then he has to come back.
And then he has to come back and we have to start the whole process all over again. So I always say to you, I'm like, quick, get over here before the cat comes. And I can feel his little feet on the bed walking towards me. Right? And so then you lay kind of like on your side, right? Mm-hmm. With your head on my shoulder. So you're a side sleeper. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And at some point in the night, I flip over onto my side, right? Onto my right side. And then we spoon. Right? We spoon. That's position 2 is the spooning. Right? What?
It's this whole conversation.
And then after that spooning, I usually get hot. I get very hot and then I go, oh, I've got to turn the other way. Right? And then I flip in the other direction on my side usually. Okay? Now I'll stay that way for a little bit. Then I'll flip onto my back. And then usually you're snoring by this point. Right? And so then what I do, sometimes I'll get a bout of restless leg syndrome and I have to pull one of my legs up, like in a figure 4 position. Because if I press my foot against my leg very firmly, it makes my jumpy feet settle down. So it's a whole thing. I'll switch back and forth to try to settle my feet down. Now, meanwhile, while this is happening, the cat has come back for round 2. Usually, right? Now he comes up to me, he's licking my fingers some more. And so I'm on my back at this point. I think he sits somewhere in the room and watches me. Because whenever I get onto my back, he comes over. So He'll lick my fingers again for another 15, 20 minutes. And then when he's done with that, he goes down to the end of the bed and he licks my feet. Right? And then he squeaks and he jumps off the bed. Then I fall asleep some point right after he leaves. That's usually how my night goes. After that, there's flipping and turning, though. And more spooning, usually. I'll spoon a little bit. Does that track?
Sure. Sounds about right.
No?
Yeah.
Do you don't have any real sense of this because you sleep so deeply?
No, I know.
You do know? What do you mean?
I know when we're moving around.
Oh, really? It wakes you up?
I mean, not like fully, but...
Okay.
Sometimes sometimes I'm away from you and you like try to grab me and pull me to you.
Yeah, I do.
That's annoying.
It is? You don't like that?
No.
Oh, well, sorry. I'll try not to do that. Okay.
Are you taking notes over there about what to do
notes.
and what not to do?
Don't grab Jen and pull. Okay. I just wrote it down. All right.
Don't grab Jen and pull.
All right. I think that's everything that was on my list.
Great.
So the question now is, are we still in a hiatus?
I don't know.
I'm going to post this. Then what's going to happen?
I don't know.
Are we ever going to talk again? That's the question.
Sure.
I don't know if we will. I don't know when we'll have another episode.
All right. It'll just leave people guessing.
I don't know if we'll ever have another guest.
We don't have to make any of these decisions right now.
Excuse me. That garlic hummus you made is very garlicky.
It's very garlicky. No good?
The burping isn't so good. I don't like it. It tastes good when you're eating it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, that's it?
I guess.
There's something else that happened, but I probably don't want to talk about it. No, we won't talk about it. It's fine. No one needs to know about it. Right?
Yeah.
Let me mute for a second. All right, Stomping Jen said no. I can't talk about it. Take it up with her. That's fine. It's a good topic, though. It was a really
Maybe
good
we'll
topic.
have more on the end of the summer.
End of the summer? Oh, yeah, we probably don't want to talk about that. Never mind. Okay, sorry, folks. Sorry for teasing you. All right, well, I think that's it, right? Do you have anything? This is it. This might be the very last episode.
Again, with the very last episode.
Well, it was 6 months between episodes. I don't know if it'll be another 6 months.
All right, whatever.
I don't know about these seasons. I don't know. I don't know if we're still in hiatus. I don't know if we're not.
We don't have to answer these questions.
So, well, here's the problem, though.
What?
A couple of people have reached out to us and been like, hey, would you be willing to, have me on your show for this or that? Right? And I told them all we're in hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen when we publish this episode?
I don't know.
Are they going to be angry?
Maybe.
Maybe we shouldn't publish it.
I'm going to leave that up to you.
Maybe this should go into the vault.
The vault.
You think it should go in the vault?
I don't know.
You're just like, can we please end this, please?
Now I'm hungry.
Why are you hungry? We just ate dinner.
Yeah, I don't know.
I made a caprese salad.
I know.
How was it?
It was delicious.
I didn't know what it was. Caprese.
Oh my God.
You said caprese. You go make a caprese salad. I don't know what this is. Caprese.
You made it.
You sent me a link.
Yeah.
And there was a picture. Because I'm a visual person.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that there were rows.
Mm-hmm.
Alternating rows. Tomatoes. Mozzarella cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Basil.
Mm-hmm.
Basil.
Mm-hmm.
And drizzled with a balsamic reduction. What?
Nothing. The way you said that was funny.
Was it seductive?
No.
Balsamic reduction, baby.
Oh my God.
Okay, so and I made it.
He did. It was delicious.
Was it good?
It was.
Yeah, I reduced the balsamic myself, by the way. Boiled it down into a syrup. Syrup. It was good. But we went to a movie today. Usually I eat popcorn at night. I had a large popcorn, but maybe I'll have another bag of popcorn tonight. I love this popcorn.
Why?
It's so good.
Why?
You don't like popcorn?
I do, but I told you that stuff you buy in the bag.
Yeah.
When I eat it, even if I don't touch my mouth, I get like break out in like little tiny.
Oh, really? It gives me diarrhea.
Are you serious?
The buttery version. So a few months ago, I thought maybe I had colon cancer because my stools were loose and greasy, or like pancreatic cancer. I was really worried. Right?
Turns out it was just the popcorn.
It turns out it was the butter-flavored microwave popcorn. Mm-hmm. Whatever the butter flavoring was.
Oh, that's the one that you liked. Space Unicorn like the other one. Right?
Yeah, it's the one that I really liked. So I don't eat that very often now. I'll have it once in a while. But you have to prepare yourself for what will happen after you eat it.
Why would that make you have gastrointestinal issues?
I don't know. It's like whatever.
Why does it make me break out?
Whatever the oil is in it, I think.
It's the oil.
Whatever the oils are.
Yeah.
They do make a microwave popcorn at Whole Foods. It's no salt and oil.
I like the stuff that's just off the cob when you pop it in the
what?
Off the cob.
You said cab.
No, I didn't.
You said cab.
Off the cob.
Cob.
Yeah, like the stuff we get at the farm.
Say cob.
Cob.
Okay. You like that? I don't like it though because it's not salty and fatty.
You can put your own salt and fat on it.
It's too much work though. I like just putting the bag in the microwave
it takes
and
2 extra seconds
hitting one button, popcorn.
To put some salt on it.
After?
Yeah.
No, it all sinks to the bottom of the bowl. It's no good.
You're coming up with lots of problems. For
no, I'm going to stay with it. No.
Butter. Like real butter, not like whatever shit they're putting in a bag.
How do you spray solid butter?
You melt it.
Okay.
Or you just take some butter and you spread it on the thing.
Spread it on what? Every kernel of popcorn?
Kernel. If it's on a cob.
Oh.
This is not that crazy of an idea.
You microwave an entire cob?
I'm going to get off the phone with you.
We're not on the phone.
Whatever this thing is.
All right. So I may have another bag of popcorn tonight.
Okay.
Because I'm feeling a little hungry too.
I'm a little peckish.
All right. Well, listen, folks, listeners.
This has been great.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
We're very rusty.
If you liked hearing us return, drop us a note. Or don't. You know, I don't care, really. Because it might be over. I got to sell this podcast equipment. I got like thousands of dollars worth of shit here. Need to unload it, right?
All right, folks. It's been a blast.
Has it been a blast? Did we have fun?
Always.
You said you liked doing this.
I always have fun.
Was this enjoyable?
You. Always.
You seemed annoyed.
Now I'm hungry.
But you seemed annoyed a lot of the time.
I seem annoyed?
Yeah, when we were talking.
Why?
I don't know. It's just the feeling I got. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Did I do anything impressive recently?
You're always impressive.
I might cut my hair. It's now down way past my shoulders. Should I do that?
No.
Why not?
You should do what you want.
I was thinking the other day, though, this is the hair I always wanted to have.
Yeah.
Now I have it and I don't want it. Because it tangles.
Oh, yeah, because you have to brush it.
Yeah, that's hard. Brushing it.
It takes 2 seconds.
Right. I don't like it. I might cut it all.
Yeah.
Shave my head. Shave my beard.
I wouldn't.
Why? Why wouldn't you? You're allowed to do whatever you want with your appearance.
All right, then you do you.
You just told me I couldn't.
I said I wouldn't. I didn't say you
why
couldn't.
Wouldn't you? Tell me why. Give me one reason why.
Why would you want to?
You think I have a fat head, don't you?
No, I don't.
You think all this hair makes my head look smaller?
I have never thought that, ever.
What do you think?
Not once.
Okay, so why wouldn't you? If you were me, why wouldn't you cut your hair and shave?
I think you should do whatever makes you happy.
You're dodging the question. I don't appreciate it.
Answer the question, Claire.
Who's Claire?
It's from the Breakfast Club.
Oh. All right. This is now the 4th time I've tried to end this. Maybe I like this. I keep not ending it.
Oh my God.
All right. Do you want to say anything to folks? You used to have a catchphrase, didn't you? Did we have catchphrases? I don't even remember how to end this. Tell people. I couldn't even figure out how to get this whole thing started. Remember? I didn't know what buttons to press. The whole thing was confusing me. It's been so long. The hiatus.
The hiatus has fucked you up.
The hiatus fucked me up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think I remembered my catchphrase.
What's yours? Bye now.
Bye now. What's yours?
Bye now.
No, you had adios.
Adios.
You took my catchphrase. All right, people. Well, like I said before, I don't know if this is an end to the hiatus. I'm enjoying the hiatus. But for some reason, I decided this evening we needed to sit down and talk, Stomping Jen.
I think you just wanted to talk to somebody that wasn't me.
I am talking to you.
No, I think you're sick of just me and you.
What do you mean?
You just wanted to talk to somebody.
How is this not me and you? This is me and you. There's nobody else here.
But you're talking to the audience.
Oh, am I? I'm mostly talking to you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, audience.
All right. We're just recapping our lives for each other.
Yeah.
Let's remind ourselves of what we've done the last 6 months.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, folks. Well, whatever. Okay. Bye now. You talked over my bye now.
Bye now.
Now we can't end it.
Bye now.
Now do your fucking adios. I don't like you doing bye now. It's bye now is mine. You do adios. Go ahead.
Bye now.
I'm going to fucking mute you. I'm going to come over there and I'm going to just say adios, please. It's getting me mad. I'm going to put in my gold teeth and start rapping. This will never end. Go ahead.
The podcast that never ends.
Oh, I want to end it now. I want to go back to the hiatus. Just say adios.
Adios.
All right.
Bye now.
You fucking son of a bitch. Just say adios. Don't you fucking try it. Go ahead.
Adios.
Okay. Bye now. I muted that. Bye.
This world of ours, ever growing smaller, must avoid becoming a community of dreadful fear and hate. Those who have freedom will understand also its heavy responsibility. That all who are insensitive to the needs of others will learn charity, and that the sources, scourges of poverty, disease, and ignorance will be made disappear from the earth. And that in the goodness of time, all peoples will come to live together in a peace guaranteed by the binding force of mutual respect and love. I shall never cease to do what little I can to help the world advance along that road.